Ladies and gentlemen, welcome here to Dan Daniel Park, American Legion Post 325 Field here in beautiful Danville, Virginia. We are just moments away from the start of today's NCAA Division III regional matchup between the Seagulls of Salisbury University and the Maroons of Roanoke College. I'm Davin Wilson. I will be on the call for all of the games this weekend, bringing you all the hard-hitting action, the home runs, the tough slides, the great catches, the whole shebang-a-bang, ladies and gentlemen. And we are, as I said, we are about 10 minutes away from the start of the game. So we're going to take a look here at the way these two teams stack up against each other. Salisbury will be the number one seed in the South this season, as it is one of 6 teams traveling to Danville, Virginia. The region is also made up of top-ranked LaGrange, Georgia, which won the USA South Athletic Conference, New Jersey Athletic Conference member Rowan, Emory, who is a member of the University Athletic Association, Iterbond, which captured the Ohio Athletic Conference, and Roanoke College, which captured the Old Dominion Athletic Conference. So for the Seagulls, they got here through the Capital Athletics Conference's automatic qualifier for the 2017 NCAA Division III tournament. They defeated the University of Mary Washington 21-0 for the program's 14th conference title. Salisbury played an unprecedented 82 runs throughout the tournament, scoring 20 more runs in 3 of its 4 games. In the 2 Capital Athletic Conference games against Mary Washington, the Seagulls totaled 42 runs while holding the Eagles just to 7. So we're going to take a look now here at a rundown from the Roanoke College Maroons. Roanoke is coming off a record-breaking 29-win season this year. They won its first Old Dominion Athletic Conference title back on May 8th when it topped Washington and Lee 4-3 to win the first league championship in school history. Sean Guido was named the ODAC Tournament Most Outstanding Player, while third baseman Collier Donald, outfielder Scott Ellis, and Sam Watson were named to the All-Tournament team. After falling 4-2 to top-seeded Shenandoah on the second day of the tournament, the Maroons won 4 straight to claim the title. Roanoke defeated 5th-seeded Hampton-Sydney 4-2 on Saturday before beating 3rd-seeded Randolph-Macon 11-9 in an 11-inning battle to advance to the final day of the tournament. And then on the last day, Roanoke knocked off 2nd-seeded Washington and Lee in Game 10 of the ODAC tournament, 9-6 to force the deciding game of the tourney. Roanoke claimed the program's first title with a 4-3 victory over the Generals. The back-to-back wins over Washington and Lee marked only the second time this season the Maroons had swept a conference opponent in a doubleheader. So just some of the fun facts here so far. We're going to take a look here at some all-conference selections for the Maroons. Collier Donald was named to the 2017 Old Dominion Athletic Conference Baseball All-Conference third team. Donald has played multiple positions in the Maroon infield this season, was named the utility player as well on the third team. And John Ruhlman was awarded the ODAC Pitcher of the Week on May 1st in the league's final weekly awards of the season. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a look now at the starting lineups for both teams. First, for the visiting Maroons, we're going to have Sean Guida. He will be the right fielder. We're going to have Collier Donald. He'll be playing at third. We'll have Will Decker at first. We'll have Hermanson at short. We'll have Sam Watson in left field. We have Scott Ellis in center. Drew McCullough will be the designated hitter. Will Black is going to be behind the plate. And Sumter will be playing second base for the Maroons. So now we're going to take a look here at the starting lineup for the Seagulls of Salisbury. First off, we've got Justin Meekins, the center fielder, leading things off. He will be followed by Scott Arodin. He will be at short. Then we've got starting pitcher Pete Grosso. Then we've got Jack Berry at third. We've got Tom Labriola behind the plate. Jay Perry will be at first. Brad Keith will be in right. We have Kyle Canavan in left. And then Gunkunst will be at second base. So we're going to dive a little bit deeper here into these two teams. Salisbury comes in ranked number 9 in the Division III Baseball.com poll and number 11 in the American Baseball Coaches Association poll. As we mentioned, they went 4-0 in the Capital Athletic Conference tournament, defeating Mary Washington 21-0 in the conference championship. They beat all opponents by at least 14-plus runs. Salisbury, the Seagulls batting line coming in, as a team, they are sitting at .317 batting average as a team, .428 on base percentage, and an outstanding .491 slugging percentage. The impact players for the Seagulls are Pete Grosso, comes in leading the team in batting average with a .398 average, third in homers with 8, and third in RBIs with 43. He is backed up by Jay Perry, who has a team second best .364 batting average, second best 9 homers on the team, also 36 RBIs. We've got Jack Berry, who comes in hitting .354, which is good enough to give him third on the team. He also leads the team in homers with 12, and he also comes in second on the team with 45 ribbies. We've got Scott Oridan. He comes in fourth on the team with a .349 average, has 3 home runs, fourth in on the team with 41 RBIs, and then Tom Labriola comes in fifth on the team with a .338 average, 3 homers, 49 RBIs, and also, 3 homers and a team high of 49 RBIs. And talking about impact players, Grosso, who is getting the starting nod today for the Seagulls, he comes in at a perfect 8-0. His 8 wins are the most on the team. He comes in with a team high 1.47 ERA, has thrown 79 2/3 innings this year, and has a team high 82 strikeouts. Jeff Oster, in the meantime, he comes in also at a perfect 7-0, which makes him second on the team. An even 3 ERA, has thrown an odd 87 innings, and has struck out 80, which gives him second on the team. So now we're going to take a look at some of the impact players for the Maroons. We've got Dan Hermanson, who comes in with a team-high .347 batting average, has no homers, and is fifth on the team in RBIs with 23. Sean Guida comes in second on the team with a .333 batting average, 1 homer, 31 RBIs, and that puts him in third on the team. We've also got Craig Riley, who comes in hitting .320 on the season, good enough for third on the team, has 2 homers, good enough for second on the team, and 29 RBIs, which puts him in fourth place on the team. Also, Collier Donald comes in .316, fourth on the team, leads the Maroons in home runs with 5, also leads the Maroons in RBIs with 38. Meanwhile, Will Decker has a .315 average right now, good enough for fifth on the team. He's tied for second in home runs and also sits in second place in ribbies with 35. And taking a look at some of the pitching here for the Maroons, we've got Matt Hinderlight. He comes in 5-0 on the year. He is tied with Sal Trinucci for the team high in wins, .456 ERA, has thrown 25 2/3 innings, 9 strikeouts, 7 bases on balls. As we mentioned earlier, Trinucci comes in 5-2, tied for first on the team in wins, .399 ERA, has thrown 47 1/3 innings, 24 strikeouts, 15 bases on balls. And then we also have John Ruhlman, who comes in 4-6 on the year, tied for second, .412 ERA, 87 1/3 innings pitched, best on the team, and also has 50 strikeouts, which is also best on the team as well. So we are just about through starting lineups here. And we're going to take a look here at some of the stats. First, we're going to take a look at the stats for Ruhlman here, who will get the start for the Maroons. He comes in on the year with a .412 ERA, 4-6 record, has made 17 appearances, 14 starts, has hurled 2 complete games, has also earned a save. As I said earlier, he has pitched 87 1/3 innings, surrendered 101 hits, has allowed 50 runs, 40 of them earned, 26 bases on balls, and 50 strikeouts. So now we're going to take a look here at the stats for the Seagulls. As we mentioned earlier, Grosso comes in at a perfect 8-0 right now, 1.47 ERA, making his 15th appearance on the year, starting his 10th game. He has thrown 2 complete games. He also leads the team in saves with 3, has thrown 79 2/3 innings, has allowed 60 hits in that time, 29 runs, 13 of them earned, 30 bases on balls, and 82 strikeouts as well. So really the key for the Maroons here today is going to be to try to slow down potent Salisbury offense. As we mentioned earlier, they are on fire right now. Of course, the Maroons are hot right now as well. They caught fire at the right time in the ODAC tournament. That's when you want to get hot, and that has allowed them to advance on to today's NCAA regional. We're going to take a quick break for the national anthem. And ladies and gentlemen, we are through the national anthem right now. The two coaches are exchanging lineup cards, and that means we are only moments away from getting things kicked off here today. We have got a beautiful day for baseball, absolutely gorgeous. Not too hot, not too cold. Got a little bit of wind blowing. Looks like it is blowing towards left field right now. And ladies and gentlemen, we are definitely glad to see that type of weather. It has been a rainy spring here so far in Danville, Virginia. And we are glad to have some good weather here for today's opening game. Hopefully it will hold up. So we're going to take a look here at the two records for the teams. Right now, the top-seeded Seagulls come in 31-9 overall, 17-1 in the Capital Athletic Conference. And also Roanoke College comes in. They are the sixth seed in this regional. They come in with a 29-16 record, and they are 9-11 in the ODAC. And Roanoke making its first appearance in a NCAA regional, as they have picked up the first. They picked up the first ODAC conference tournament title in the school's history. Also posted a record-breaking 29-win season. And so they will look to keep their season going here. They will have a tough contest on their hands here against the Seagulls, who come in absolutely on fire right now, especially behind the plate. And so it's going to be exciting to see what happens here. It's going to be Sean Grosso, Pete Grosso, making the start for the Seagulls. As I mentioned earlier, he comes in 8-0 on the season. 147 ERA and 82 strikeouts. Those are team best all around. And also leads the team with 3 saves. So the kid is not only a starter, he can also come in and be a lockdown closer and close out those tight games for the Seagulls as well. Also a utility guy as well. Also a very effective hitter, as he comes in pushing the 400 mark at .3 at a .398 batting average. Also has a third best 8 home runs for the team, 43 RBIs. We're also going to take a look here. Grosson actually finished third in the CAC in batting average, 398. Fifth in RBIs with 43. He was first in the CAC in ERA. He was tied for first in the CAC with wins and was also second in the CAC with strikeouts. So very impressive numbers for this young man. Roanoke College comes in their team batting line so far. They're coming in hitting 300 as a team, 391 on base percentage, and a 403 slugging percentage. And so right fielder Sean Guida getting things started off for the Maroons. The lefty steps in. Grosso looks in. He has his pitch, and here we go. First pitch fastball right down at the knees. Good start for Grosso there. And he is ahead quickly, 0-1. And that pitch catches the inside part of the plate. And the count goes to 0-2. So Guida in a quick 0-2 hole here. Let's see if he can battle back and work out. The 0-2 pitch, and there's a chopper down to third. Ball is fielded, throw over, and nice stretch by Perry there, first base, as they will get Guida by a hair. Nice play by Barry, too. Great range on the throw over. And there's the game's first out. So Donald will step in now. See what Collier Donald can do. He will take a look at a fastball that just got away from Grosso a little bit. Outside and in the dirt for ball one. Here's the 1-0. And another fastball misses. Count goes to 2-0. Donald comes in right now. He is fourth on the team with a .316 average. Leads the team in home runs with 5. Also leads the team in RBIs. And he is ahead now, 3-0 here. Let's see if he can work a one-out walk. And fastball misses upstairs. And Donald is on with a one-out walk. And the Maroons will have a one-out first-inning base runner. So that's going to bring up Will Decker to the plate now. Will Decker comes in fifth on the team with a .315 average. Tied for second with 2 homers, and also second on the team in ribbies with 35. Grosso works in, and there's a foul ball hit down the right side. Little slow roller. And Grosso will get ahead 1-0. Or, excuse me, 0-1. So Grosso did a good job of inducing the 5-3 ground out to start things off, then walks Donald. And a little check swing. And they're going to say he did not go around on that. And that will even the count at a ball and a strike. 1 on, 1 out here in the top of the first. Roanoke trying to get on the board early. Will definitely be very beneficial to him if they can. And there's a shot down the right side. A great play over there at second by Gunkunst. And there's the second out. But in the meantime, Donald will advance 90 feet over to second, and he will get in to scoring position. Great play over there at second, judging that ball and laying out. And so that's going to bring up Hermanson now. And Grosso now with 2 outs, a runner on second base. Here comes the first pitch to Hermanson. Off-speed pitch, misses outside. And Hermanson will work the count in his favor to start the at-bat, 1-0. So runner on second now with 2 down. Grosso looking to work out of a potential jam here. And that looked like a curveball right there, right at Hermanson's knees. Count goes to 1-1. Hermanson probably wise to lay off of that one, as he would have just banged it right into the ground for the third out. So the 1-1. Fastball, and Hermanson has a big cut at that one, but comes up with a handful of air. And the count goes to 1-2. So 1 on, 2 outs here in the top of the first. Roanoke looking to strike early here against the Seagulls of Salisbury. The 1-2. And there's a chopper down to third. That's going to be Barry. Barry fires over, and that's going to be the inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, one left stranded for the Maroons in the top of the first. It's going to be Salisbury getting their first chance when we come back here. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here to Dan Daniel Park. Salisbury will get its first shot here to get on the board. And Justin Meekins, the Seagulls, center fielder. And he's going to hit one to right field. That ball is drifting back. That's going to get down on the wall and right. And Meekins is going to have at least two to lead things off. A double to right by Meekins, and the Seagulls quickly have a runner in scoring position against Ruhlman. So that will bring up the Seagulls. Shortstop, Scott Ardoin. Ardoin in a early RBI situation right here. First pitch from Ruhlman. It's a fastball swung on and missed. Good location by Ruhlman on the outside corner there. And he will get ahead 0-1. So Ruhlman looks in. Has his pitch. Ruhlman, the lefty. And there is another well-hit ball out to right field. And that is Guida coming down with a nice sliding catch. Did a great job to time that ball and came in and corralled it in. Don't know if the runner would have been able to advance on that or not, since it got into very shallow right field, just back behind the lip of the outfield. And that's going to bring up Pete Grosso. Grosso, as I mentioned, team leader in batting average for the Seagulls, .398 on the year. First pitch, breaking ball is going to run inside. It will get away from Black, but Black tracking it all the way there. And that will prevent the runner from moving up the additional 90 feet to third. So Grosso digging back in here. Meekins modest lead over at second. Fastball misses high and away. And the count goes to 2-0. 1 on, 1 out here for the Seagulls in the bottom of the first, as they are trying to strike first. 2-0, and there's a fastball laced down the right side. It will get past Sumter. And the Seagulls now have runners on the corners with 1 out, but a piece of good news for Ruhlman is that does set up a possible double play ball. We'll definitely look to get Barry to either hit the ball towards short for the 6-4-3 double play or towards second, which is probably more likely for the 5-4-3. First pitch coming in, and fastball misses high for ball 1. So Jack Barry comes in hitting third on the year with a .354 average, leads the team with 12 homers, second on the team with 45 RBIs. The 1-0, that fastball catches the inside part of the plate. Ruhlman does a good job of painting the black on that pitch. And the count goes to a ball and a strike. So the 1-1 coming in now. And swinging a miss there by Barry. And good job by Ruhlman to work ahead after falling behind 1-0. Has now worked it back to a 1-2 count with 1 out, runners on the corners. Ruhlman will take the strikeout right now, but I think he's still trying to induce the inning-ending double play here. The 1-2. And that pitch is in the dirt. Throw over, maybe a delayed steal going on here. The ball is overthrown. That is going to allow Meekins to score. It will get Grosso up to third. And I think they're going to hit black with a error on that. They will. So Grosso doing a good job there of staying on third, and then it was really in the end, or excuse me, Meekins doing a good job there, getting a little lead on third, but Grosso distracting black by running. Here's the pitch, and swung on and missed. And there's going to be the second out of the inning as Barry goes down swinging. So that's going to bring up Tom Labriola now. So Tom Labriola comes in fifth on the team with a .338 batting average, has a trio of home runs, also leads the team in RBIs with 49. So we've got a lefty versus lefty battle going here. Ruhlman's first pitch is off speed, looked like a breaking ball actually, and it bounces to the plate for ball 1. The Seagulls already with 1 run across. They have another runner on third, but also 2 outs here in the frame. So the 1-0. And fastball, good job there by Ruhlman of locating. And that pitch hits the outside corner for strike 1. So the 1-1. Ruhlman looks in. And here comes the pitch. And that pitch is another good-looking fastball once again on the outside corner. And I think the plan right now is to not give Labriola anything inside to hit. So the 1-2. And breaking ball once again outside. They're going to say he did not go on that. And the count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Labriola did a good job right there. That was a tough breaking ball to lay off, especially when you have to defend. So we've got deuces all around up here on the scoreboard. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And that pitch just misses a little bit above the letters there. And the count is going to run full house now at 3 balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs, runner on third. Salisbury ahead 1-0 Ruhlman with the 3-2. And swung on a miss. Fastball upstairs is going to get Labriola. So Ruhlman striking out 2 of the 5 he faces, but Salisbury will pick up 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, 1 left stranded. We move to the top of the second here in Danville. We will be right back. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here to Dan Daniel Park. We enter the top of the second. So it's going to be Sam Watson leading things off here. Fastball over for strike 1. Watson, the left fielder for the Maroons, will fall behind 0-1 early on here. Here's the 0-1. And that ball is going to get past Labriola at home plate. Count goes to a ball and a strike. Here to lead off the second. Watson digging in. And a swing and a miss on the breaking ball inside. Count will now go to a ball and 2 strikes. Good pitch on the inside part of the plate there. Janny Mubb really got into his kitchen, and a swing and a miss again. And Watson, I think, thought that Labriola had dropped the 3rd strike there. It started to take a trot down to first base, or started to break for first base, that is, excuse me. But Labriola able to hang on to the ball, so that's going to bring up Scott Ellis, the Maroons' center fielder. First pitch. Fastball nowhere close. Ball 1. One-0 coming in. And fastball, better pitch right there by Grosso. And that's going to run the count even at a ball and a strike. So the 1-1 now. And another swing and a miss on a pitch in the dirt. And the count goes to 1-2. So Grosso coming out on fire here. Really slinging the heat. So the 1-2, and that one is in the dirt. Tried to entice Ellis to go after that one. Good job by Ellis to lay off there. And the count runs even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So 2-2 from Grosso. And that one is in the dirt as well. So Grosso trying to see if he can get Ellis to go swinging there on 2 straight pitches. He's going to have to come in now. And Grosso rings up another strikeout as he gets Ellis looking. for the second out of the inning. And that's going to bring up Drew McCullough. So McCullough is the designated hitter for the Maroons. First pitch and fastball in the dirt. Count goes to 1-0. The 1-0 coming in. And that ball is hit foul down the left field line. A few more inches to the right there, and McCullough would have had a 2-out hit, possibly even a double. I think he probably would have been stretching it a little bit to get 2 out of that, but he at least would have had the Maroons' first hit of the afternoon. So the 1-1. And off-speed pitch catches the outside part of the plate. And Grosso is now just one strike away from striking out the side here in order. So the 1-2. And looks like he got a foul tip on that. Was able to get some of the bat on it. And the count remains stuck on a ball and 2 strikes. First of 3 games here today at Dan Daniel. So the 1-2 coming in. And Grosso is going to ring him up with a pitch on the inside corner. Grosso strikes out the side in the top of the second. We are through 1.5 here. Salisbury in front, 1-0. We'll be right back. And ladies and gentlemen, we're back here. Jay Perry will get things kicked off for the Seagulls. Perry comes in batting .364, good enough for second on the team. Second in homers with 9 RBIs, or 9 homers. And also has 36 RBIs. He will take a look at strike one. Rubin with the 0-1 delivery. And that one just misses. Count goes to 1-1. Rubin looking in. Here it comes. Good looking fastball over for a called strike. And Rubin works ahead here 1-2. Salisbury able to string together a couple of hits in the bottom of the first. Played a run. And fastball misses upstairs. Count goes to 2-2. Here to Perry, who is leading off the inning for the Seagulls. And there's a ball hit well down to short. Arden, and his throw is a little off target. It brings, Hermanson brings Decker off the bag. Decker does a nice job there of reaching out and making the tag, though. And also not interfering with the runner as well. So that's going to bring up Brad Keith. So Ruhlman got Barry and Labriola to strike out to end the threat in the top of the first. Grosso comes back, strikes out the side in the second. First pitch misses outside to Keith. Count goes to 1-0. So the 1-0 on the way. And that one is well inside. I don't think it got him. Keith did a good job of getting out of the way of that one, as that would have been quite a stinger right there if he was unable to get out of the way of it. So the 2-0. And once again, Ruhlman showing no fear, going back inside, trying to jam up Keith. And the count goes to 3-0. Apparently the game plan is to work Keith inside, as Ruhlman has really gotten into Keith's kitchen with those last couple of pitches. Another pitch on the inside. Count goes to 3-1 now. One out, nobody on. 3-1, and a good pitch right there, and Ruhlman has worked it back to a 3-2 count after falling behind 3-0. Very headstrong pitching right now by Ruhlman. 3-2, and there's a breaking ball. That's going to be hit down to Sumner at second. Sumner throws over. Throw is a little low. Decker will pick it out the dirt, though. And the second out will be on the 4-3 ground out. So that's going to bring up Kyle Canavan now. Who will hit with nobody on and 2 outs. First pitch, fastball, inside corner. Good looking pitch there. Strike one. So Gutekunst would hit next for Salisbury if they were able to keep the inning alive. Fastball right there at the knees. Count goes to 1-2. So right now, both pitchers seeming to be pretty locked in through the first inning and a half. We'll see if that continues. 1-2, and that ball is hit foul down the right field line, but it looks like it's going to get back into the bullpen over there. And it will. And the count goes to 1-2. It is a rather warm day here in Danville. And, of course, even warmer on that field. So we'll see if the heat gets to affecting both of these pitchers, especially throwing their fastballs. So the 1-2, and there's a chopper down to third. Donald, patient on it, will fire over to Decker. And Ruhlman has the Seagulls down 1-2-3 in the bottom of the second. We're through full 2 innings here. It is Salisbury 1, Roanoke College nothing. We'll be right back. And we're back here in Danville, Virginia. Will Black leading things off for the Maroons. We'll see if he can get something going. The Maroons still looking for their first hit against Grosso. Fastball outside corner in there for strike one. Another pitch in there for a called strike two. So Grosso picking right up where he left off his last time through, where he got the Maroons down on 3 straight strikeouts. The 0-2. And that ball is hit through the left side past the outstretched arms of Barry. And Roanoke has its first hit, a leadoff single to left by Will Black. And that's going to bring up Eli Sumter. So Sumter looking to keep things going here for the Maroons. First pitch coming in, fastball down and away, or actually down and away but over. And Grosso will get ahead 0-1 here. So the 0-1. And Sumter showing bunt there. He's able to pull back. And the count goes to 1-1. Looked like the Maroons were trying to catch Salisbury off guard there. Try to get down the bunt. 1-1 coming in. And they're going to try to bunt again. Sumter able to pull back once again. Count goes to 2-1. Grosso making it hard on him to try to get one down right now. Not coming right over with the pitch. Making it hard for Sumter to square up. He will not be able to pull back this time, though, and the count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Will Black on first after the leadoff single past the diving Barry. And there's a foul ball down against Salisbury's dugout. And the count will remain at 2 balls, 2 strikes. So the 2-2 coming in. Wind has now shifted to right field, to right center actually. And there's a ball hit up the middle. 6, and the throw is going to be errant. Arden unable to get the ball on target. To his credit, though, he was having to run and turn on that. May have been better just to go and try to get the guy at first. Get the sure out over there, but there again, with the way Sumter runs, that might not have been a sure out. That was a high chopper. And just like that, Roanoke College has runners on first and second base. I'll bring up Sean Guida. He's 0 for 1. Grounded out to third his first time up. With the lefty up here, let's see if they're going to try to bunt. Barry is played in, and the bunt is down, and it is fouled off down on the left side. So Guida will fall behind 0-1. And why not try to bunt? You've got 2 on, nobody out. Get 2 men into scoring position. You get Black up to third, where all it takes is a little ground ball to the right side or a fly ball deep enough, and you've got a tie ball game. And that pitch is going to plunk him, and Guida will take first. And ladies and gentlemen, we've got a little bit of excitement brewing here in the 3rd inning. Roanoke College has the bases loaded, no outs, trailing by 1. It was Black with the leadoff single to left. Sumter reaches on the error by Arden, and Guida reaches on a hit by pitch. And that will bring up Collier Donald, the Maroons' ODAC 3rd team all-conference selection, and he will take a pitch well out of the zone. That was almost over in the left-handed batter's box right there. So Donald comes in. As I said earlier, he is. And there's a ball hit down, and that's going to get past the third baseman. Arden able to glove it, but by the time he does, there's no play on the ball. And Donald has an RBI single to knot this one up at 1. And that's going to bring up Will Decker, who grounded out to second his first time up. And so Labriola just going out, having a little chat with his guy. He's just saying right now, you've been in this situation before. just buckle down and work your way out of it. You've got runners on the corners. Ground ball, or excuse me, you got actually bases loaded, so you've got to force out anywhere you go. And really, even at this point, I think Grosso would be willing to concede that run, especially with the way the Seagulls hit the ball, in order to get a 6-4-3 double play here. So Decker digging in. Grounded out to second, his first time up. And that pitch well inside as Decker has to go dancing to get out of the way of it. And the count goes to a ball and a strike. One-0 coming in. And fastball smoked out to right center. That's going to score one. Another run in. Is that going to clear the bases for the Maroons? It will. A 3-run triple to right center by Will Decker. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a completely different ball game here. As Will Decker smokes a 3-run triple to right center. And the Maroons now find themselves in front 3-1. Still nobody out. Runner on third. Will Decker clears the bases with a triple. Will score Sumner, Guida, and Donald on that play. And there's a ball chopped down to third. The throw over to first. Barry took a look, but he will fire over to Perry. And that is the first out of the inning. As Hermanson grounds into the 5-3 out. And that'll bring up Sam Watson now. Struck out his first time up. So right now, Roanoke's line score for the third inning. 4 runs on 3 hits. 1 Salisbury error. And they still have a man out there on third. Ground ball down to first. That is going to score Decker. So Watson will come through with the RBI ground out. In the meantime, Perry will take it over for a 3 unassisted. And the Maroons pull out a 5-1 lead right now. Of course, Grosso, pretty much everything that he has given up this inning has been. And there's a ball hit down to third. Barry knocks it down, but he's going to keep that ball in his pocket. And Ellis is going to get on with an infield single to keep things alive for the Maroons. So it took a little while for the Maroons to get settled in against Grosso, but once they have really tagged him here. Of course, as I was saying, all of these runs right now will be unearned due to the error. First pitch fastball inside and over for a called strike 1. Grosso really needing to buckle down right now. He's got 2 outs, runner on first. And runner is going, throw over, and that's going to be a no contest play as Ellis is caught stealing for the final out. But not before the Maroons pick up 5 runs on 4 hits, 1 Salisbury error, none left stranded. Ladies and gentlemen, we are through 2.5 here at Dan Daniel Park. It's the Roanoke Maroons 5, Salisbury Seagulls 1. We'll be right back. So Gunicus leading things off here in the bottom of the third. He will try to bunt, but he pops that one back to the backstop behind home plate. And he will fall behind 0-1 here. So big inning there by the Maroons. And that ball is fouled off over the first base dugout. So the big inning by the Maroons makes it a different ball game, and will now give Ruhlman a little more leeway in going right after these hitters. And that is a good-looking curveball. Ruhlman fields, turns, fires over, but the throw to Decker pulls him off the bag. And Gunicus will reach on the throwing error by Ruhlman. Ruhlman, a tough play right there as he fielded that ball with his back to first base. Throw just a little to the right. Pulled Decker off the bag, and that's going to bring up Justin Meekins, who doubled to right his first time up. Meekins showing bunt. Looked like Gunicus might be thinking about going there for a little bit, but he holds up. Meekins 1 for 1 on the afternoon thus far. Had the double to right to lead things off for the Seagulls. 1-0 and drops a beautiful bunt down the third baseline. Nice play by Donald over there. But Meekins will move Gunicus up to second in the process with sac bunt. Meekins just about dropped that one down, perfect distance from the pitcher, the catcher, and the third baseman. But in the end, it was Donald playing in, and he's able to get there. So Ardoin will step up now. He flew out to right his first time through, and will look to get one of those runs back for the Seagulls here in the bottom of the third. And that pitch well inside, fastball, and Ardoin with some fancy footwork. So the 1-0. And that ball is hit a mile in the sky on the right side. It's going to get back by the Braves' batting cage over there. So the 1-1 coming in. Runner on second, one out. Ruhlman with the pitch. That ball is hit foul just by a hair down the third baseline. If that ball got fair, Gunicus would have scored easily, I imagine, on that one. As you've got Watson over there and left, playing more dead center, expecting the pull hit from Ardoin. The 1-2, fastball right over at the knees, and that's going to get Ardoin. I don't think he was happy with that call. But it is strike three, and there's the second out. So Pete Grosso comes up now. Grosso looking to help his cause here. He has a single to right, and if he can find the outfield again with the runner going with two outs on second, it would make it a 5-2 ball game. Good breaking ball down at the knees. Catches the outside or inside corner for strike one. The 0-1 coming in now. Ruhlman looks in. And here it comes. Grosso lines that one foul behind home plate. Well struck, but also well foul. The 0-2 coming in now. Grosso 1 for 1 on the afternoon. Had the single in the first inning. His first time through. And looking to make that a perfect 2 for 2 here now. So the 0-2 coming in. And that ball is smoked down on the first base line, but that ball will get foul. would say they hope they brought their gloves out there for that one. But on this hot day, everybody taking some shelter under the shade under the canopy right now, trying to get out of this sun. Of course, if you are trying to work on your tan a little bit, you can come down here and sit on the first base, third base lines. And the count is 1-2 as Ruhlman will miss. Ruhlman looking in. And here it comes. And that ball is hit down to second. That ought to do it for 3. And Ruhlman will work out of potential trouble as he gets Grosso to ground out to second to end the frame. So Roanoke, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on. Salisbury, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on. We move to the top of the 4th. Score is Roanoke College 5, Salisbury 1. We'll be right back. Thank you.
Now leading off the top of the 4th inning.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we are back here at Dan Daniel Park for the top of the 4th. First pitch swung on and missed. McCullough leading things off. McCullough, the designated hitter for the Maroons. 0-1, and that ball is hit down to second. Pretty routine ground ball. Gutekunst, fires over. And there's the first out of the inning. And it's a 1-pitch out, too, for Grosso, who needed that after struggling a little bit in the 3rd after being just about perfect through the first 2. So Will Black will come up. It was actually Will Black who got the rally started the last time for the Maroons with a single to left. He's showing bunt, pulls back, fastball high, and the count goes to 1-0. 1-0 coming into Black, and Black a little lazy fly ball down the right side, but it will hook just outside of the first baseline, foul ball. And the count moves to a ball and a strike here in the top of the 4th inning. So the 1-1 coming in. Fastball in the dirt, and the count goes to 2-1. So Grosso, who came into this game a perfect 8-0 with a 1.47 ERA, finding it a little more rough sledding against the Maroons here today. He will miss with a pitch upstairs, and the count goes to 3-1. Grosso looking to avoid his second walk, and he will stave that off at least temporarily with a fastball over the outside part of the plate. And the count runs full house at 3 balls, 2 strikes. And that one is low in the dirt, and Will Black will milk a 1-out walk. So that's going to bring up Eli Sumner, who reached on a error his last time up, later came around to score. came around to score on that big 3-run triple by Decker. First pitch coming in. Showing bunt. Will pull back. It was Labriola looking over at first, but Black, nothing going there. So the 1-0. And Sumner wanted to step out of the box for a few minutes. I think he wanted to make sure he had the sign right down there at third. 1-0 coming in. And that ball is looped up down to short. And I think that's going to be a hit right there. And so Sumner did a good job on that one. Just that's the name of the game. Just get the bat on it and hustle it out. It was a little blooper of a fly ball. But with Aridin playing in, or excuse me, playing back a little bit, took it on the one hop, fired over to second, but ended up not getting anybody in the process. And so Grosso will miss with a first pitch breaking ball. The count goes to 1-0. Grosso finding himself in some early trouble again here, and that fastball is hit well, but also well foul over by the third base side. And the count goes to a ball and a strike here. 1 out, runners on first and second. Showing bunt, and he is unable to pull back, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Once again, Grosso will take a strikeout, but I think right now he's kind of hoping to maybe get a ground ball, turn it into a double play here, and he will bounce one in the dirt. Labriola does a good job of protecting right there. He knew that pitch was going to be down, possibly even in the dirt. Did a good job of blocking, then tracking the ball and getting up and making sure he got a glove on it before anybody advanced. So the 2-2 coming over, 1 out. And that ball is hit well too, but that's going to get foul over on the left side down the left field line. And we'll do the 2-2 all over again. Here it comes. And that ball is crushed back where it came from. That's going to score a run. And it is now a 6-1 ball game as Guida comes through with the RBI single up the middle. 6-1 is now your score. And ladies and gentlemen, Roanoke was the team that caught fire during the ODAC tournament. Ended up going 4-1. And they have carried that heat over at least into this first game against Salisbury. They now lead 6-1. So Donald had an RBI single, later came around to score his last time up. He is 1 for 1. Walked his first time up, then, as I said, drove in the run with his single the last time. 1-0 coming in. Pitch is looked at in the dirt outside, and the count goes to 2-0. Grosso right now, I think, trying to be a little bit too timid, trying to place those pitches, trying to make sure he gets that ground ball. Needs to just go ahead and go after these hitters and let the Cards play as they will. And there's going to be 1 out. Nice play and a great double play ball over there as Barry tags third, then fires over to Perry at first. Perry doing a nice job of getting up and corralling a high throw in. And that's going to do it, but not before the Maroons add another run. They lead 6-1 through 3.5. We will be right back. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here. Jack Berry leading things off in the bottom of the fourth. First pitch misses for ball one. Berry struck out his first time up. Berry comes in, hit .354 in the regular season, third on the team in batting average, led the squad in home runs with 12, also finished second with 45 RBIs. And the first two pitches to him miss, and the count goes to 2-0. And it runs to 3-0 as Ruhlman misses with the pitch off the outside corner. So the 3-0 now on the way. Berry taking all the way, and he will work a 4-pitch walk to kick off the top of the fourth, or excuse me, the bottom of the fourth. And I know Salisbury will take that right now as they trail by 5. Ruhlman has done a good job of silencing the Seagulls' bats. So Labriola comes up. He struck out his last time up. First pitch is hit well out to right field. That ball is drifting back, and it's going to get down off the wall. Labriola is going to have at least 2 there. They are going to hold Berry up at third. And a good start to the inning for the Seagulls as a 4-pitch walk and a 1-pitch double to right will give Salisbury runners on second and third with nobody out. So that's going to bring up Jay Perry, grounded out to short his last time up. And we're going to have a conference here on the mound. And ladies and gentlemen, let me remind you that we will be here with you all weekend, bringing you every game. So we will be with you for all 3 games today. We'll be with you for everything here in this double elimination tournament. So they've had their time to talk, and we're ready to get started here again. I think just trying to calm Ruhlman down right now, saying you pitched a great game up to this point. Let's keep doing it. Don't worry about these guys on second and third right now. We've got a little bit of a cushion to work with. Just keep pitching to contact. And first pitch is a breaking ball. Fouled back up against the backstop behind home plate. So, as I said earlier, Perry steps in. Grounded out to short. His first time up. Perry's second on the team in batting average, second on the team in home runs. So, the Seagulls had their man up at the plate right now. 0-1. And that ball is hit foul back behind home plate. Actually, bounced off home plate. The count goes to no balls and 2 strikes. Right now, the difference in this one for Roanoke has been that 5-run third inning. Picked up 1 in the fourth to extend it to 6-3. The line right now for Roanoke, 6 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors. The line for Salisbury, 1 run, 3 hits, 1 error. Make sure you stick around here and check out the action from our next game, which will start roughly 20 minutes after this one. It's going to be LaGrange, second seeded LaGrange College versus number 5, Otterbein University. So the 0-2 coming in. Good job there as Ruhlman was trying to get Perry to go chasing after the high heat. Perry lays off, works it back to a ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 now as Ruhlman looks in. Runners on second and third, nobody out. And that ball is hit high into the sky, but it's also going to get foul over on the right side. The way it looked, we might have had a safe light repair moment right there as that ball got into the parking lot. So the 1-2. Runners on second and third. Here it comes. Fastball swung on and missed, but Black will still have to do some cleanup work behind the plate. Fires over. The throw is going to pull him off the bag. So it was Perry that went down with the strikeout, but then Black was trying to get over for the 2-3 putout. The throw pulls him off the bag, so that's going to be a strikeout and a throwing error on Black. And just like that, Salisbury's got something cooking, ladies and gentlemen. Bases loaded, nobody out.
Number 17, right fielder Brad Keith.
Fastball misses down and away. That's going to bring up Brad Keith, who is 0 for 1 thus far. He will take a look at ball one. 1-0 coming in. Keith grounded out to second his last time up. And he will hit that one well, but also well foul. And the count goes to 1-0, or excuse me, 1-1. Keith just a little bit late on that pitch. So here it comes, the 1-1. Ruhlman looking to work out of his first real jam here today. Big breaking ball catches inside part of the plate. And the count runs to a ball and 2 strikes. Keith stepping back in. Here it comes. And that ball is popped up. Let's see, and that one is corralled in by Sumner. Sumner does a great job there as that ball kind of started drifting on him a little bit. I think there was a little confusion out there, too, between Sumner and Ellis, as Sumner might have been a little better off to let Ellis try to get to that ball, but, of course, Ellis would have had to really come charging in and make an underhand catch. So that's going to bring up Canavan. Grounded out to short his last time up. Fastball high. And the count goes to 1-0. So the 1-0 and a swing and a miss. And 1-1 now. So the 1-1 coming in. Here it comes. And fastball inside part of the plate. 1-2 coming in. So the 1-2 coming in now. Let's see what happens here. Big curveball fouled off behind home plate. And we're going to do the 1-2 all over again here. Bases juiced, 1 out. Salisbury trailing by 5. Fastball high and outside. Good eye there by Canavan. I don't know if I could have laid off that one, especially with the bases loaded. Fastball had some elevation on it there from Ruhlman. And Canavan does a great job of laying off of that one to work it back to an even 2-2. And that ball is fouled off back behind the backstop. And you got to give Canavan credit right now on a hot day out here. He's making Ruhlman throw some pitches and is really giving him a battle right now. And you start getting up there in pitches a little bit, and especially on a hot day, it really starts to take a lot out of you, especially on your fastball, and you may end up getting a dead red one. And there's a beautiful fastball right there, and Ruhlman says, I'm not showing any signs of rust right now. And he has a strikeout, so after loading the bases to start the inning, Ruhlman is now 1 out from working out of this jam. So a great job there by Ruhlman. And so Gutekunst And actually, we are going to have a pinch hitter here. For the Seagulls, it's going to be number 25, Jack Decker. Will step in. See what Decker can do here, as this team definitely needs something. When you are down by 5, needless to say, you cannot leave the bases loaded. And that's exactly what the Seagulls are looking to avoid here. First pitch breaking ball in there for a called strike. So Decker, the sophomore out of Charlottesville, Virginia, went to Monticello High School. It's 0-1 on the way, 2 outs, bases loaded, and a swing and a miss. And I tell you one thing, Ruhlman is in the zone right now. He is feeling it, especially with that fastball. The count 0-2 now. So here's the 0-2. And good eye there from Decker to lay off. That is a hard pitch to lay off. Fastball about letter high. But in the end, Decker knows that's a pitch. He's just going to pop up about 2 miles in the air. So the 1-2 coming in. And Decker will foul that breaking ball off into the parking lot. So the 1-2 once again. Here it comes. And good looking pitch there, just a little bit low. Ruhlman doing a good job of mixing his speeds right now as he's been mixing in a healthy dose of fastballs and curveballs. That one almost had a 12-6 drop on it. It's a good pitch. And a tough pitch to lay off of, especially 2 strikes in such a clutch situation as Decker finds himself in right now. So the 2-2. And Decker just about went after that pitch outside. They're going to peel down to first. Pretty obvious, though, that he didn't go around. And so Decker right now, for a sophomore, is showing a lot of discipline. Laying off some tough pitches here from Ruhlman. 3-2 coming in. And Decker will foul that one off again. So in the vein of my favorite TV show from the 90s, the count remains full house right now. Salisbury right now, 1 run, 3 hits, 1 error. 3-2, and Decker a swing and a miss. And Ruhlman, call him Cool Hand Luke as he gets Decker to strike out. Salisbury loads the bases to start off the inning, but cannot finish. 3 left stranded in the inning for the Seagulls. We move to the middle innings in this one, top of the 5th. 6-1, Roanoke. We'll be right back. So that's going to bring up Will Decker. He will take a look at a called strike one. Decker not happy about it. Decker right now has had the hit that has really changed the outcome of this game, the 3-run triple, and he's going to strike that one well down to short. Throw off the bag, and he's going to be safe. Believe they're going to rule that one an error. As that should have. So they're gonna rule that a single to short, infield single. Would have been a tough play there. It was a good job there by Arden to field the ball, but having to go back across his body like that was going to be a tough play to make. And the Maroons have a leadoff base runner now for Hermanson, who is 0 for 2 right now. Grounded out to short his last time up. So the 0-1 coming in to Hermanson. Check back on Decker at first. Decker is back in safely. Head first slide there. The 0-1. And a swing and a miss there. And the count goes to 0-2. Hermanson just going to catch up with that pitch. And 0-2 now. So here we go. Check back on Decker at first. So Decker now pacing the Maroons' attack. 2 for 3, infield single, 3-run triple, and a ground out to second on the afternoon. Good start to this regional. So the 0-2 fastball just misses outside. That's going to get some groans from the Salisbury supporters. So the 1-2 coming in. And fastball a little bit high. Count goes to 2-2 now. So 2-2 coming in. Here it comes. And that ball is hit down to short. And Arden is going to have some trouble with it. And the struggles continue for the Seagulls. As once again, Roanoke has runners on first and second to lead off an inning. Ball just taking some tough hops right now on the Seagulls. They're going to come in and have a talk with Grosso. We're going to trying to see if they have anybody warming up in the bullpen over here. See if Salisbury, it does not appear they do. So it looks like Grosso will continue. So that's going to bring up Sam Watson. Had a RBI ground out his last time up to first, which pushed the Maroons' 6th run across. And we'll see what he can do here. Runners on first, second, nobody down. And he's showing bunt, but that's going to beam him. And I tell you one thing, right now, Salisbury is feeling it. As for the second inning in a row, or for the second time today, the Maroons had the bases loaded. That's going to bring up Scott Ellis, who is 1 for 2. He has struck out and reached on an infield single. See what Ellis can do here. Looks like Salisbury is playing in a little bit, looking to protect against a possible suicide squeeze here, especially playing in at first and second. First pitch fastball over for a called strike one. I tell you, in this situation, if Watson can go the opposite way with one, that would be trouble. And he hits that one foul over on the right side. Ball is going to get back into the stands. Count goes to 0-2, so Grosso finds himself into the stretch again, starting things out, looking to try to work his way out of it here. So the 0-2. And that pitch is going to ring him up. Good looking fastball down and away. And there is the first out of the inning, and that's got to be a relief to Grasso as he records his fourth strikeout of the game. So that's going to bring up Drew McCullough, who is 0 for 2. He has struck out and grounded out to second thus far. First pitch to McCullough. Fastball chopped down to third. They're going to go home. They'll get the tag there. So 6-2. Oh, they're just going to get the 6-2 out. They're going to rule him safe at first. So they will get the force out at home. But the throw over to first, there's a collision on the play. They're going to rule him safe. And McCullough is a little shaken up right now, but I think he will be in good shape. And it actually was not 6-2, it was 5-2. So actually Roanoke will get a run across after all, so they didn't get anybody there. Apparently Labriola's foot did not get on the bag. So that's going to bring up Will Black, who is 1 for 1 today, has singled and walked. First pitch coming in, fastball misses down and away. Count goes to 1-0. So 2 outs now here. Runners on first and second. And chopper down to third, high chopper. And Barry, very headsy baseball player right there, will corral that one in and tag the bag at third. But in the meantime, Roanoke will add to their lead. We're through 4.5. 7-1 is your score. We'll be right back. And welcome back. We are back here for the bottom of the fifth. It's going to be Justin Meekins coming up. He is 1 for 1 on the afternoon. Has doubled and dropped down a sac bunt. And he swings and misses at the first pitch. So right now, Ruhlman definitely a candidate for player of the game as he worked out of a bases loaded, no out jam in the last inning. Got 3 consecutive outs. And I think between him and Will Decker right now, you got to Those two are serious candidates. So the 1-1 coming in. That ball is hit down to short. And Hermanson will fire over to Decker. And there's the first out of the inning. Had mentioned before the start of the game that it was going to be, if Roanoke wanted a shot at winning this one and getting itself into the winner's bracket early on, they were going to have to control the Seagulls' sticks. And they have done just that so far, holding Salisbury to just 3 hits and 1 run. First pitch curveball to Ardoin is over for a strike. Ardoin has flied out to right, and struck out so far. 0-1, and a big curveball. Ruhlman just did not get over that one, and the count goes to 1-1. So here it comes, the 1-1. Fastball just a little bit high, and the count moves to a ball and 2 strikes. Or excuse me, 2 balls and a strike. 2-1 coming in. Here it comes. Fastball, and that one is popped up into right center. And it will be Guida coming down with it for the second out. And that's going to bring up Pete Grosso, the Seagulls starting pitcher. He is 1 for 2. He is singled and grounded out to second. Singled and grounded out to second thus far. Here's the first pitch. Fastball just misses. And the count goes to 1-0. Here it comes. That pitch is inside. Count goes to a ball and a strike. Game duration right now sitting at 1 hour and 26 minutes, give or take. And here comes the 2-0. 2-0 coming in. Ball is popped up over on the right side. That will get back foul over the Maroons' dugout. And the count goes to 2 balls and a strike. 2-1 fastball. Well struck, but also well foul. And that will move the count to an even 2-2. So here comes the 2-2 to Grosso facing his counterpart, Ruhlman. And that pitch is inside. It will get away from Black and skip all the way over into the Salisbury dugout. And that's going to run it full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here we go, the 3-2. See what's going to happen here. And curveball popped up out into shallow right, drifting foul. Actually, it's going to stay inside the line. Grosso hustling over to third as that ball had rolled over into the corner by the bullpen. And Seagull showing some life as Grosso trying to help his cause there, as he will get a triple down the line in right. And so that's going to bring up Jack Berry, who is 0 for 1. He has struck out and walked thus far. First pitch coming in. And fastball in tight on the inside part of the plate. And the count goes to no balls and a strike here. 2 outs, runner on third. Salisbury needing to start putting something together, even if they can just get a run in this inning, to let Roanoke know that they are not going to go away quietly here. So the 1-1 on the way. And fastball, or actually off-speed pitch, up a little bit high. Ruhlman's going to need to be careful with that pitch, because I tell you one thing, if that ball comes in the middle, it becomes a grapefruit and easy to crush. So the 2-1. And that ball is popped up on the right side. But that ball is going to get back foul on top of the roof. And the count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs. Grosso on third after the 2-out triple. And here we go. Fastball swung on and missed. And Ruhlman has done it again. worked himself out of a little bit of trouble. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are through 5 innings. Ruhlman in complete control right now. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 less stranded for the Seagulls. We move to the top of the 6th. Roanoke holds on to a 7-1 lead. We'll be right back. And we are back here. Top of the 6th, Eli Sumner leading things off. Sumner is 1 for 2, has reached on an error and scored his first time up, then singled his second time through. Actually has scored 2 runs now. 2-0, and Grosso will work it back ahead, and the count is now 2-1. Here we go. Fastball, and that ball got in on Sumner's fist, and he pushes it foul. Count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes here to lead off the 6th inning. 2-2. Here it comes. Fastball in the dirt, and that's going to run the count full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. And see what happens here. And Sumner is trying to get things let off in proper fashion for the Maroons. 3-2. And that one just misses the outside corner. And Sumner will take the 6-pitch walk to lead things off here. So that's going to bring up Sean Guida. Guida is 1 for 2 tonight. It's grounded out to second, was hit by pitch, later came around to score, and also singled. Drove in a run his last time through. First pitch to Guida is a fastball right at the knees, outside corner. And the count goes to no balls, 1 strike here. Oh, 1 coming in. Guida showing bunt. Pulls back. Pitch on the outside. Count goes to 1-1. Not a bad idea with Guida. A lot of speed coming out of that left-handed batter's box right there. So if he can square up on it and drop it down the third baseline, the Maroons very easily have runners on first and second to kick off the frame. And Guida is going to ace that one up the middle into center. And Guida is going to collect his second base hit of the game with a single to center. And once again, Grosso is going to find himself in the stretch to kick off another inning. Grosso really looked like he had it on cruise control early on through the first 2 innings. Then the bottom fell out on him in the third, and it has been tough for him ever since then. So Donald will now step up. And he's got a hit down the left field line. Donald's going to have his second RBI of the game as he's going to hit a little blooper over the third baseman's head, over Barry's head, as he's going to drive in his second run of the game. 1 pitch swinging. And it is now 8-1, and you've almost got to think that the leash is getting very short on Grosso right now. It does look like Salisbury has somebody warming up. Grosso, who has been brilliant this season, as we mentioned in the pregame notes, and of course Grosso will get the hook right here. So Grosso had entered into today's game 8-0 on the regular season, just a 1.47 ERA. Had thrown 79 2/3 of innings. Had a team and CAC conference high 82 strikeouts. And things will not work out quite as well for him today. So we're going to take a quick break here. But when we come back, we will have the rest of the action here from Dan Daniel Park. So we are back here at Dan Daniel Park. Now on the mound for the Seagulls, Logan Mans. Grosso will switch to the DH position. Will Decker will step in now. He is 2 for 3, 3 RBIs. Reached on a infield single his last time up. So first pitch is looked like maybe a two-seam fastball right there that ran away from him. And the count goes to 1-0. And that fastball is going to be down for ball 2. So Decker really with the hit right now that has changed the course of this ball game. Salisbury had pulled out 1-0 in the top of the first. Grosso cruised through the second, and then Decker crushes the 3-run triple, and he's going to foul that one back against the backstop. But crushed the 3-run triple in the third. That really got Salisbury's offense cracking. And 2-1 now. So Logan Mans coming in, the lefty. He is a junior out of Frederick, Maryland. So hometown kid. We're pretty close to it for the Seagulls. He misses with his fourth pitch, and it goes to 3-1. And here we go. And that fastball is going to miss, and Will Decker is on base for his third time today as he works a 5-pitch walk. And just like that, Salisbury has the bases loaded again, Roanoke College has the bases loaded again with no outs. That's going to bring up Hermanson, who is 0 for 3, reached last time on a error by the Seagulls shortstop. First pitch coming in, and fastball right in there at the knees. Good job by Mans. Mans going right after Hermanson with that one. So here comes the 0-1. Big breaking ball, but that one will miss outside corner. And the count runs even at a ball and a strike. Roanoke College is really, and that ball is smoked down the left field line. Home run distance on it, but it will hook foul. I tell you one thing, Hermanson just about had the backbreaker right there. He's just a little bit late on it and unable to keep it fair. Count will remain at a ball and 2 strikes. Nobody out, bases juiced. Here in the top of the 6th, Roanoke in front by 7. Off-speed pitch misses. Roanoke right now 8 runs, 9 hits. The only blemish on their line score here today are the 3 errors. 2-2, and that pitch is inside, just about got him. And the count will go to 3-2. So Salisbury came into this game ranked number 9 in the D3Baseball.com poll, number 11 in the American Baseball Coaches Association poll. And that pitch is high, and give Hermanson an RBI as he will work a bases loaded walk. And we are now looking at a 9-1 game. And Mans, it looks like, will now be relieved. He will be. We'll stick around to see who's going to come in here real quick before we take you on break. Looks like it is going to be number 29, Dylan Waters, coming into the game. So Waters will come in to pitch for the Seagulls. And Roanoke right now is, you've got to say that this game has definitely been a big surprise for them, as they came in 4.5 games total different record behind Salisbury when you combine the wins and losses. But ladies and gentlemen, this is why we don't play games on paper, especially this time of the year. And Roanoke has just simply stepped up to the challenge here today. Dylan Waters is the freshman out of Churchton, Maryland. He is also an outfielder. He's a righty coming in at 6 feet tall, 185 pounds. So pretty good size for a pitcher. And he is going to inherit a mess. Bases loaded, no outs. Here in the top of the 6th, 2 runs already home in the inning. Sam Watson hitting for the Maroons. Watson has struck out. Also has a RBI ground out and has been hit by a pitch. Scott Ellis is on deck. He is 1 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and then an infield single. And Drew McCullough would follow him. He has struck out, grounded out to second, and grounded out to third. So Watson coming in here, he will step in. And let's see what Watson can do. Watson could really break this game open right now. If he could find a gap, he's got a lot of space out there in left center. Of course, there's a reason he's got a lot of space out there in left center. He would have to go opposite field to hit that target. And fastball over at the knees for a called strike 1. In the outfield, Seagulls outfield playing in not incredibly short, but a little bit shorter than what you might expect for a number 5 hitter. And really looking down here at this list right now, the Maroons' table setters have gotten things done. And the 2-1 now. As 6 of their 9 runs have been either driven in or scored by the top 5 guys. So the 2-1, and that ball is hit well through the right side. That's going to get at least one in, and it's going to get one more. And it is now an 11-1 game as Sam Watson comes through with a 2-run single. And ladies and gentlemen, we have an 11-1 game right now in the top of the 6th. And, you know, Roanoke College, of course, only an hour and a half, give or take, from Danville. So they did have a little bit less travel coming down here than Salisbury. Salisbury, of course, looking at about a 5.5-hour trip. First pitch is over from Waters for a called strike 1. So Ellis 1 for 3 on the afternoon. And Ellis is going to hit a fly ball. That's going to drop in. That is going to score another run. And we've now got a 12-1 ball game. And ladies and gentlemen, with Ellis's RBI, that means now 6 of Roanoke's 9 hitters have at least 1 RBI to their name. And that is the kind of performance that you want out of your team. Drew McCool is stepping in. He is hitless. He is actually the only Maroon not to join the hit parade today. First pitch coming in is a fastball over for a called strike 1. Roanoke coming into this game, 300 team batting average. Not terrible. On-base percentage of .391, but that slugging percentage of .403, and you're starting to see where that is coming from here today. That fastball is over for strike 2. Roanoke playing out of the ODAC Conference. 0-2. That ball is hit foul down the right side. Conference typically known a lot more for its basketball and football than baseball, but still a tough conference. You've got 2 teams in there right now. You've got Shenandoah, who is also competing in a regional, and you've got Roanoke, who's competing in the regional. Shenandoah also a consistently ranked team in the nation. And there's a lazy fly ball out to right field. The wind might be carrying that one a little bit, but it would be Keith there to make the catch. And there's the first out of the inning. But in the meantime, the runner will advance 90 feet. That's Scott Ellis. Or no, excuse me, Sam Watson will advance the 90 feet. And that's going to bring up Will Black, who is 1 for 2. He is singled to left, walked, and grounded out to third, excuse me. Unassisted play over at third by Barry. And first pitch misses in the dirt. Nice job of blocking there by Labriola. And the count goes to 1-0 here. So Waters looking in on his catcher. Here's the 1-0. Runners on the corner. 1 down. And that ball is hit out to left center. Or actually more to center. Meekins is there, but in the meantime, the Maroons are going to push across another run. And with that, that now makes 7 Roanoke College players with RBIs today. And that is an impressive feat in any game, but especially come in a tournament facing the top seeded team in the region, the number 9 team in the country. And so that's going to bring up Sumter. Sumter is 1 for 2 so far. First pitch misses for ball 1. Sumner has reached on an error at short, has singled and walked his last time up. First pitch fastball in the dirt. So Roanoke right now making their line score even more impressive. They have 13 runs on 11 hits. And talking about making your opportunities count, and that's something that Salisbury's had a little bit more trouble with today, as they had the bases loaded a couple innings back with no outs, and Ruhlman able to come through and really be a lockdown pitcher and come in and get 3 consecutive outs to get out of that jam. And that's when it was just a 6-1 game too. So still at that point in the middle innings, that pitch is going to be in there for a called strike. Sumner taking all the way on 3-0. Probably a wise move right there. So runner on first, 2 down now after the sac fly, and that ball is hit foul down the right side. And once again, we're going to have a safe light repair moment over there as that ball drifts out dangerously into the parking lot. So full count, 3-2. So 3-2 coming in. Runner going, ball is fouled off, right side. So full count coming in, 3-2. And here we go. Runner going on the play. That ball is popped up high at first, and little confusion down there by Salisbury, but in the end it will be Perry to camp out under it. But Roanoke pushes across 6 in the top of the 6th. They now lead 13-1 after 5.5. We will be right back. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here to Dan Daniel. Tom Labriola leading things off. He's 1 for 2, has struck out and doubled out to right field, and he will tattoo that ball, but unable to keep it straight, and it will go foul. So Labriola coming into this game is 5th on the team in batting average with a .338, had 3 homers, also first in the team in RBIs. He's going to chop that one back to the pitcher. Underhand toss, and the top of the 6th starts with a 1-3 ground out. So that's going to bring up Jay Perry. So Perry grounded out to short his first time up, struck out his second time, but reached on a throwing error by Labriola on the drop third strike. First pitch coming over. Pitch will miss outside for ball 1. Here comes the 1-0, and that ball is hit foul down the right side. And the count now goes to a ball and a strike. So 13-1 is your score as we enter the bottom of the 6th. Roanoke using a 6-run 6th inning to almost all but put this one out of reach. Fastball down and in makes it 2-1, or makes the count 2-1. So here it comes. That pitch is hit through short, and Labriola will have a 1-out single for his guys to start things off here. Or excuse me, Perry. So Robbie Jones will now step in and pinch hit for the Seagulls. Here comes the first one. And that ball is hit well, line drive. That's going to get down in left center. That ought to score Perry. They're actually going to hold Perry up at third. And so Robbie Jones comes in with a big pinch hit double here. And maybe Salisbury's got some life in him left. So number 3. Let's go bring in number 3 now to pinch hit for the Seagulls. Kevin Dean will come in to pinch hit for Justin Meekins. And Ruhlman is going to get ahead early here. 0-1. Here comes the 0-1 delivery. And big breaking ball, but misses outside. So Kevin Dean is a senior right-hander out of South Riding, Virginia. Comes in at 5'9", weighing 175 pounds. It's not the only Virginia player on this roster. Got one from Charlottesville, one from Fairfax. So the 1-1. That ball is tipped foul back up against the backstop. So the 1-2 now. Still a lot of time to be played in this ball game, though. So Salisbury definitely has capability to string together some hits, string together some runs. So you can't count them out of this one just yet. They do have a tall order ahead of them, though, as they have they face a 12-run deficit now. The 1-2, and that ball is popped up first base side. It looks like it's going to stay in play. It will, and Decker is there to make the play for the second out. So this has been the thing that has hurt Salisbury so far today. They have had opportunities to push runners across, but they've been unable to do so. So they will definitely look to try to get something going here. And so Ron Vallone will now step up and hit. First pitch, big breaking ball inside corner. Rollman dropped the hook down right there. So the 0-1. Here we go. That's a fastball hit foul back behind home plate. And the count goes to 0-2. So here we go. The 0-2. Runners on second and third, 2 outs. Can Rollman get himself out of another pickle here? And that ball is hit out into right center. That's going to score 1. Runner from second being sent around. And there's going to be a play at second. Throws a little late. So Vallone pops a 2-run double to right center. And that's going to make it a 13-3 ball game. And so that's going to first pitch in tight. So that's going to bring up Justin Meekins, who is 1 for 2 on the afternoon. Double to right. Dropped a sack bunt down earlier and then also grounded out to short his last time up. And he hits a line drive out to right field, but just hooks foul. Meekins not able to get his fist around in time on it, and he will just hook it foul. That probably would have scored Vallone if it could have gotten down, but Meekins catches a little bit of an unlucky break there. And the count is now even at a ball and a strike. Halfway home here at Dan Daniel Park in this first one. So the 1-1, and that pitch is in the dirt. Black does a nice job of blocking there. And the count is now 2 balls and a strike. 2 outs, runner on second. 2 already home for the Seagulls. They're looking to try to bring another one around, keep this inning alive. Here's the pitch. That one is in tight, and that's over for a strike. Don't think Meekins liked it that much. I think he was making an appeal that the pitch was inside, a little bit too far inside, but the count goes to 2-2 now. Here it comes. No question about that one, and they're going to say that hit him. And so that's going to be a batter hit by pitch right there. Tough way for Meekins to get on, but I think right now Salisbury will take it. So that's going to put runners on first and second now with 2 down. Bottom of the 6th. And that's going to bring up Ardoin. Ardoin is 0 for 3, a pair of flyouts to right and a strikeout. So here's the pitch, and off-speed pitch, high. Ruhlman, 5 2/3 so far. Strong innings. He's run into a little bit of a jam here in the bottom of the 6th, but he still has quite a lead to work with. 10-run lead, actually. And his second pitch is over for a called strike 1. So the 1-1 coming in. 2 on, 2 out, bottom of the 6th. Breaking ball, and that ball is hit foul down through the first base coaching box. And the count will go to 1-2 here. And here comes the 1-2 on the way. And actually, Ardoin's going to ask for a quick time. And here it goes. Righty versus lefty. Let's see who wins out. 1-2. And Ardoin is going to smoke that one out to center. That's going to drop. 1 run is going to score. They're going to hold the runner up at second. And Ardoin delivers an RBI single to center. And the 2-out rally continues for the Seagulls, as they have now got their deficit down to single digits. Down to 9 runs. Tall order for them. But as I said at the beginning of the broadcast, Salisbury scored 21 runs in the championship game against Mary Washington to punch their ticket here. So don't think for 1 second that this one is a sure thing yet. Runners on first and second. And that pitch is hit well out to center field. It's hooking. It's actually going to end up in right center. That's going to be another run that scores. And Pete Grosso will come through and and he will keep it going with an RBI double. That's Grosso's second hit of the ball game. Or no, actually it's his third hit of the ball game, excuse me. And all he needs is a home run, and he will hit for the cycle. So that's going to bring up Jack Berry, who is 0 for 2 on the afternoon. He has a pair of strikeouts and a walk. So runners on second and third now. 4 already in this inning. That's a swing and a miss. So the count is 0-1. Ruhlman looking in. Barry. And Barry will hit that one back behind the plate here. Foul. And the count rolls to 0-2. And we're going to see Black come out to have a word with his guy. Trying to calm him down a little bit here. Remind him that he's worked a great game up to this point and just needs to come out and finish this inning. It's been 4 runs, 5 hits for Salisbury. The last 3 of them actually coming with 2 outs. So the 0-2, and that pitch is high. Count runs to a ball and 2 strikes here. And ladies and gentlemen, don't forget we will have live action here for the second game of today's NCAA Division III Danville, Virginia Regional, and breaking ball is going to ring up Barry. And ladies and gentlemen, get your hats out. That is a hat trick, 3 strikeouts on the afternoon for Barry. So we're through a full 6 here. Salisbury, though, picks up 4 runs in the inning. On 5 hits, we'll leave a pair stranded. So we go to the top of the 7th, halfway home here. Roanoke in front, 13-5. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're back here, top of the 7th. We've got a couple of defensive changes for the Seagulls. Kevin Dean in left, Robbie Jones in right, Andrew Kramer pitching. And Kramer's first assignment will be Sean Guida. And Guida comes in right now 2 for 3. And he will undercut that one a little bit and send a pretty routine fly ball out to right center. Meekins is there for the first out. So that's going to bring up Collier Donald now for the Maroons. Donald is 2 for 3 with a pair of RBI singles, both to right. Well, no, he had the first one to right, second one to left. He's also scored a run. First pitch fastball over. So looking up here at Andrew Kramer right now, looks like he has definitely got a little bit of height on him. Coming in at 6'6", 205 out of Levittown, North Carolina, or New York, excuse me. And he will go ahead 0-2. So here's the 0-2. And fastball, and I think Kramer thought he got him. Maybe should have. So the 1-2 now. And that ball is laced out to left field. And there's a one-out single as Guida has gotten off to a great start. That is Donald has gotten off to a great start. His third hit of the game. So that's going to bring up Will Decker. Decker 2 for 3 on the afternoon. Had the big 3-run triple back in the third. Here's the first pitch, and good-looking fastball, but in the dirt. Didn't quite get over that one enough. The 1-0. Looked like it had a lot of velocity on it, though. And fastball swung on and missed. As Decker nowhere close to that one. And the count goes to a ball and a strike. Decker grounded out to second his first time up. 3-run triple second time. Infield single his third and took a base on ball his last time. And that ball is fouled back behind home plate. And the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. 13-5 is your score here in the top of the 7th. Got 1 on, 1 out. 1-2 count to Decker. Here comes the pitch. Curveball, and that one looked good from up here, but apparently missed just a little bit on the outside corner. Count runs even at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two. And that one is inside, so the count is going to run 3 balls, 2 strikes. So Kramer's going to want to make sure that he doesn't turn around and give Roanoke any runs back, as Salisbury able to chip into their deficit a little bit, get it under single digits. So the 3-2, runners going on the play, hit and run in action. Ball is popped up on the third base side, and that is a nice play over there by Barry to fight the sun and pull that ball in for the second out. So that's going to bring up Dean Hermanson. Hermanson comes into this game 0 for 3. He does have an RBI, though, as he worked a bases loaded walk his last time up. First pitch inside for ball 1. So the count goes to 1-0 here. Kramer looking in. Here we go. And fastball, and that one is down in the dirt. And it now goes to 2-0. So we're going to see Labriola coming out and having a talk with Kramer. Trying to just calm him down and say, look, we just need one more out. Don't worry about this guy on first. Let's focus on the task at hand. Let's get him down and get back into the dugout and see if we can't keep our offensive streak alive that we closed out the last inning with. And that fastball is going to drop in there at the knees. 2-1 is now your count. Kramer, as I said, coming in at 6-6. So 2-1. Runners going on the play. Hit and run. The throw over to second. It will be errant. And Donald will pick up the stolen base. Donald actually third in the Yodak in stolen bases in the regular season. So the 2-2, 2 outs, runner on second. Here it goes. Curveball, and nowhere close is Hermanson, and that's going to do it. So Roanoke strands a runner here in the top of the 7th, moving into the stretch. Bottom of the 7th coming up. Roanoke in front, 13-5. We'll be right back. Tom Labriola leading things off here in the bottom half of the 7th for the Seagulls. First pitch is over for a called strike. Also, we have a new pitcher for the Maroons, Rawlings Cumby, coming on to pitch. Labriola enters this at bat 1 for 3 on the afternoon, has struck out, doubled, and grounded out to the pitcher. So the 1-1. And that one is right there at the knees. The count goes to 1-2. So the Seagulls getting down to their last 9 outs here. Here it comes, the 1-2. And that ball is popped up a mile in the air. And that is a nice play over there at second by Sumner to fight the sun, get under it, and record the out. That's going to bring up Jay Perry now, who has grounded out to short, reached on a throwing error, and has singled to center. So Perry digs in, 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. First pitch fastball inside and in the dirt for ball 1. 1-0. Pitch coming in. Sidearm delivery there. Fastball misses outside. Hard for those righties to get a look at that pitch coming out of a sidearm, right-handed sidearm's hand. 2-0. And there's another ball, 3-0. And Perry is doing a great job right now of working the strike zone and making sure that he's not going after anything that he shouldn't be. 3-0. And that one is high. So Perry will reach with a 4-pitch walk. So that's going to bring up Canavan now, who is 0 for 2, ground out and a strikeout. And excuse me, that's Robbie Jones actually coming in. So Robbie Jones has doubled his first time up. And first pitch over for a called strike 1 on the outside corner. 0-1 coming in. Here we go. That pitch is over for a called strike 2, and Cumby, after giving up the walk, has done a nice job of bouncing back here. The 0-2. And that one just misses a little bit low. Count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Here we go. And a swing and a miss by Jones. And there's the second out of the inning. So that will bring up Kevin Dean, who popped out to the pitcher his first time up. First pitch fastball, beautiful location, outside corner. Really painted that one. Painted it with a fine cone brush. The 0-1. And a swing and a miss. There's strike 2. So the 0-2. So Cumby, 1 out. Away from the end of this inning. Or 1 strike, excuse me. The 0-2 down to second. Chopper fielded, thrown over to first. Nice play by Sumner to Decker. And that is going to end things here. So 1 left stranded for Salisbury in the bottom of the 7th. We're just about home, top of the 8th. Roanoke in front, 13-5. So we are back here in the top of the 8th. And it is first pitch over. Or first pitch actually misses, excuse me. So Sam Watson will come up to the plate. He is 1 for 3 today with an RBI ground out and a single, or a 2-run single. 1-0 coming in. Here it comes. And that pitch misses down and in. So the count goes to 2-0 now. Top of the 8th inning. 2-0 on the way. And off-speed pitch just high. 3-0 is now the count. And here we go. And that fastball is over for a called strike one. Three one on the way. Here we go. And that pitch is over, and the count will run DJ Tanner at 3-2, full house. Here it comes. And that ball is high. And there's a leadoff walk to kick things off here in the 8th. And so that is going to bring to the plate number 9, center fielder, Scott Ellis. Ellis comes in here on today's game, 2 for 4, RBI single. Not a bad start to this regional tournament. Coming in at 500 and an RBI. Roanoke Sticks have been on fire all day today. They really put the bat on the ball. First pitch over for a called strike one. So the 0-1 coming in. Here it comes. Fastball, and that is hit well out to center. And Meekins is under that, and there's the first out of the inning. So that's going to bring up Drew McCullough now. McCullough is the only Maroon without a hit tonight, or today. Comes in 0 for 4, struck out his first time up, grounded to second, grounded to third, and then flew out to right. So McCullough would like to join the hit parade here. First pitch coming in, and runners going, and a line drive down the first base line. And Perry, I think more or less self-defense, And that's going to be a double play. The 3 unassisted double play. You don't see that much in baseball, the unassisted double play. But I tell you one thing, Perry doing a great job of laying out and getting to that one. And so we are through 7.5 now. We roll on to the bottom of the 8th. Roanoke in front, 13-5. We'll be right back. So Valone will lead off the inning. He had a 2-run double his last time up. First pitch nibbles the outside corner, but does not nibble it enough. Does not take a bite out of it, and it will miss for ball 1. And that ball is fouled back against the backstop, and the count goes to a ball and a strike here. So the 1-1. And that pitch misses in the dirt. And the count goes to 2 balls and a strike. So 2-1 on the way. And here it comes. 2-1. And, ooh, he's going to feel that one in the morning as he takes that one right into the back. Tough way to get on base, but he'll take it. And we've got a runner on here to lead things off. I remember those days and getting hit by those types of pitches and waking up wearing quite a few bruises for a couple of days, and it is not pleasant, but you will get on base, especially when you're trailing late in the game, any way that you can take it. So Meekins will now step up. Meekins is 1 for 3. Got hit by a pitch the last time up, and he takes a big cut at that one. But he will just end up killing a few gnats on that as he misses. And the count goes to no balls and a strike. So LaGrange, second seeded LaGrange and number 5 Otterbein coming up 20, 30 minutes following this game. And there's a single through the left side. And Meekins will pick up a single for himself here. And the Seagulls have 2 runners on with nobody out for Scott Ardoin. So Ardoin's 1 for 4, had an RBI single his last time up. And by no means is this one over yet. 13-5 is your score. And first pitch fastball, actually that looked like a slider now that I think about it, over the outside corner. And it's in there for strike 1. And that's a fastball that will miss for a ball. So the count goes to 1-1 now. Runners on first and second with nobody out. Roanoke in front 13-5. And here we go. And that ball misses. And the count goes to 2-1. It's been a beautiful day all along out here. We had some clouds roll in for a few minutes, but they stayed away. We are by the Dan River here, out here at Dan Daniel. So the 2-1. And that one just misses. And a ballpark full of Roanoke fans disagrees with that call. It counts 3-1. Runners on first and second. Nobody down here. Roanoke holding a comfortable 8-run cushion right now. And here comes the 3-1. That ball is hit well, but also well fouled back behind home plate. And the count runs full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Ardoin had the RBI single his last time through. And if he could find a gap here in the outfield, he could possibly drive in RBI's second and 2 and 3. And he's going to pop that one up directly behind home plate. And Black does a great job of tracking that one down against the backstop. Got the mask off, fought the sun, and chased that one down to make the play and get the big first out. So that's going to bring up Pete Grosso. So Grosso had an RBI double his last time up. So the first pitch coming in to Grosso, and that one hits the outside corner for a called strike 1. Roanoke has really played a complete game here today, offense and pitching. Pitching has struggled a little bit in the latter innings. And that ball is hit foul down the right side. And the count goes to 0-2. Give Salisbury credit, though. They have not hung their heads. They have kept going after this Roanoke team. Keep trying to fight their way back in it. So the 0-2 on the way. And that one is hit foul down the right side out into the parking lot. So here we go again, the 0-2. And that ball is hit foul down the right side. And once again, we'll do the 0-2 all over again here. So Grosso has singled, grounded out to second, and doubled, and also has a triple. He just needs a home run for the cycle here. So the 0-2, and got jammed up on that one, sends it down to short. The throw over from Hermanson to Decker is good. And there's the second out of the inning. Seagulls have had their fair share of opportunities here thus far, and we've got a player down at second. Looked like he might have gone down on the slide, but Salisbury's had their plenty of opportunities to strike in this game, just cannot bring them around home when it really matters. Bring them in to score. And that is something they will definitely look on improving moving forward if they hope to advance on to the Super Regional in Appleton, Wisconsin. And it looks like we just got a cramp out here coming in at second. Definitely with some of that heat going down there today, some muscles are definitely going to cramp up. Plus, I'm sure there's a little bit of humidity down there on the field as well that is not very conducive to keeping your muscles loose sometimes. And it looks like they're just kind of stretching him out right now, and looks like he's going to be okay. It's actually Meekins who is down there right now being attended to. So 13-5 is the score. Like I said, LaGrange College will be taking on Otterbein here coming up next. So it's going to be number 6, Colby Dean, the junior out of Dogsboro, Delaware, coming on. Checking in at 6 feet, 195 pounds. So while we're waiting for play to resume here, we're going to give you a quick preview of the next game coming up here. So 30 minutes after the end of the game, end of the first game here, we're going to have second-ranked LaGrange College coming in at 38-4, 16-2 in the USA South. They will be taking on the 5th-seeded Otterbein University. Otterbein comes in 31-12, 11-7 in the Ohio Athletic Conference. So Meekins is okay. He is walking off the field. Like I said, probably just caught a cramp. So runners on second and third now. And that's going to bring up Barry, who is 0 for 3. 3 strikeouts and a walk. Barry looking to avoid the golden sombrero here. So the 1-0 coming in. That fastball right on the outside corner. Good pitch right there by Cumby. And the count goes to a ball and a strike. Here it comes. And fastball popped up over on the first base side. It's drifting into foul territory. And Decker is under it to collect it. So Salisbury leaves a pair of runners stranded. We move to the bottom, the top of the ninth. 13-5 is your score. We will be right back. And we're back here in the top of the ninth. Black leading things off for the Maroons. Black is 1 for 2 today with a single and a sac fly. He has also walked and grounded out to third. First pitch hit well out into center field. Kevin Dean is under it for the first out. So some defensive changes for the Seagulls. Robbie Jones has now moved into left field. Kevin Dean has moved into center. And Colby Dean has moved into right. So that's going to bring up Eli Sumner, who is actually 1 for 1 tonight. As he has reached on an error, singled, and walked. So first pitch coming in. And that is a fastball hit well up the middle. Nice backhanded play over there by Valone. Valone, a nice throw. Perry, nice stretch to try to get it. But that was always going to be a tall order to get that out. And Sumner will reach on the error by the third baseman. That is Salisbury's third error of the ball game. That's going to bring up Sean Guida. Flew out his last time up. So fastball misses inside. Guida 2 for 3 tonight, or today. Count goes to 2-0 now. Had an RBI single. Actually has a pair of singles. Been hit by pitch. Has flown out and grounded out to short. So the 2-0, and that fastball is over for a called strike one. And the count goes to 2 balls and a strike to the Maroons. Maroons is right fielder. 2-1. And that ball is smoked out to right. That ball is going to drop in. That should score Sumner. Guida is hustling around second. He's going to be in there with an RBI triple, his second RBI of the game. And it is now a 14-5 contest as Maroons continue to swing the bats well. 14 runs, 13 hits. And that's going to bring up Donald now, who has walked, driven in a run with a single, grounded out to short, driven in another run with a single, and then also has another single. So 3 singles on the afternoon. First pitch misses. Count goes to 1-0. Seagull's infield playing in, protecting against a possible suicide squeeze here. And the count goes to a ball and a strike. And here's the 1-1. Big breaking ball, but was not able to finish that one. And the count goes to 2 balls and a strike. So the 2-1 coming in. And that ball is hit out to right field. That should be deep enough to score the run to get Guida in. It will. And it is now a 15-5 game. As Donald drives in his third run of the game. It's going to bring up Will Decker, who is grounded out to second. Knocked a 3-run triple, a single, has walked, and then popped out to third. Big breaking ball there from Kramer. But it misses. The count goes to 1-0. So here it comes. And fastball, and that one sent him dancing out of the way right there. Decker having to get some happy feet going there to stay out of the way of that pitch. So the count goes to 2-0. Nobody on, 2 outs. 2 runs are in. And here comes the 2-0. And fastball, and just misses off the outside corner. Count runs to 3-0. So here we go, the 3-0 count coming in. And fastball, and there's going to be the second walk of the inning. As Decker will take a base on balls for his second time tonight, or this afternoon. So that's going to bring up Hermanson, who comes in. He is 0 for 4 right now. Of course, he does have the bases loaded walk, so you can't give him an RBI. We're going to have a pitching change for the Seagulls. Take a look out here and see who exactly it is coming in. Coming out of the bullpen in left field for the Seagulls. And it's going to be number 20, Connor Reeves, coming on to pitch for the Seagulls. So, one thing that you've got to think about this early in the tournament, this early in the regional, this is the 5th pitcher the Seagulls have had to go through, and you've got to think about how that's going to affect them moving forward and whether that's going to become what kind of effect that will have on the Seagulls the rest of the weekend. Of course, they've only got one more game guaranteed, and if things keep the way they are going right now, Salisbury will actually fall into the loser's bracket game tomorrow, while Roanoke will go on to play in the winner's bracket game. So we're going to take a look here at some of the stats on Connor Reeves. Connor Reeves, he's right-handed pitcher, junior, 6'1", 185, Bel Air, Maryland. And I think this has been it's been a little bit different of a ball game today than what I think a lot of us were expecting. Salisbury really came in looking a lot better on paper than what Roanoke did. But, ladies and gentlemen, that's why we don't play games on paper. That's why we actually play them here on the field, and you have seen why, as it has been all Roanoke College here so far today, 15-5 right now. Roanoke, 5-run third inning, really broke it open with a 6-run fourth, and then have already pushed across 2 so far this inning. First pitch coming in, and fastball in there for a called strike 1. So 2 outs here. 15-5 is your score. And that pitch is in the dirt, but Labriola does a great job of blocking and tracking that pitch. And the count goes to 1-1. Not terrible pitching by Salisbury today. They have located their spots well and usually done a pretty good job of working the count, but Roanoke has just been in the zone here tonight, and that has been the big difference in this game moving so far. So the 1-2 coming in. Here it comes, and that pitch is popped up at second. And Valone is there, and that's going to end it. So that's going to mean Seagulls are down to their last opportunity. We enter the bottom of the ninth. 10-run difference in this one. Roanoke 15, Salisbury 5. So we are leading off the bottom of the ninth here. And that ball is inside. First pitch coming in, or second pitch, excuse me. That one misses as well. Count goes to 2-0. So Labriola leading off the last chance effort here for the Seagulls. That pitch is over for a called strike one. Labriola is 1 for 4 in this game. Had a double in his second at bat. And he looks like he might have another double here as that one's out to left center. Nice job there by Watson to track that one down. But Labriola is still on with a single to kick off the bottom of the ninth. So that's going to bring up Jay Perry, who is 1 for 3 on the afternoon. Looking to get a little something going here for the Seagulls. Fastball inside part of the plate, over for a called strike one. Right now we are looking at about a little over 3 hours for the course of this game. The 0-1. And that ball is hit well down the line and right and just foul. Just foul. That probably would have been enough to get the run home. So the 0-2 now coming in. Here we go. And that one misses outside, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Bottom of the ninth in this one. Roanoke looking to win out and advance to the winner's bracket game tomorrow. Where they would take on either the winner of the LaGrange and Otterbein game. So the 2-2 now coming in. And that ball is fouled back against the backstop. And we'll go to 2-2 now. And I believe Kramer, or excuse me, Cumby is wanting a new ball, and he will get it. So 2-2, runner on first, nobody out. And that pitch is hit up on the right side in foul territory, and Decker is under it for the first out. So that's going to bring up Valone now. Oh, excuse me, it will bring up Robbie Jones. Jones comes in, has doubled and struck out so far. First pitch, and that ball is hit foul. So right now, if everything holds up, it will be Roman with the win. It will be Cumby who will get the save. And it will be Grosso who will be charged with the loss. It would actually be Grosso's first loss of the season. So the 1-1, 1 out, 1 on. And that ball is hit out to right field, but I think that is going to drift foul. It will. Bounces up against the fence. And we're now looking at a 1-2 count. I'd like to thank you for joining in for today's games. Make sure you stick around as we will have more action, NCAA Division III regional action following this contest. Looking at probably about a 30-minute break after this one. Ball hit out to right field, and that is routine. That is routine out there for Guida. And there's the second out. And I've just been told it'll be about an hour between games. And so that's going to bring up Kevin Dean now. Or we've got a pinch hitter. And it looks like it's going to get the number 30 for the Seagulls. And that's going to be Simon Palanchar, the junior, 6'5", 215, hometown kid out of Salisbury, Maryland. And he hits that one foul. Count goes to 0-2. And here we go. This could be the final pitch of the ball game. And it will not be. It will miss outside. I think I might have jinxed him right there. So the 1-2, 2 outs. And that one misses. Count goes to 2-2. Here we go. And that ball is popped up. Could be trouble, though, having to fight the sun. But a great play there by Hermanson to record the out. And, ladies and gentlemen, we have first ball game of the day. We have seen our first upset. It is the 6th-seeded Roanoke College Maroons knocking off the Seagulls of Salisbury College by a score of 15-5. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go ahead and do a quick player of the game segment here. I don't know about you guys, but for me, it is Will Decker that should pick up the MVP of the game, at least on the offensive end of things. He had the 3-run triple that got the comeback started for the Maroons. And then on the pitching side of things, it is Rollman that I'm going to go ahead and give the award to. We're going to look at the final box score before we bid you adieu here. And so Roanoke, 15 runs, 13 hits, 3 errors. Salisbury, 5 runs, 11 hits, 3 errors. And ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for this game. Thank you for joining us. And don't forget to tune back in about an hour as we will have the Panthers of LaGrange College going up against 5th-seeded Otterbein University. Thanks for watching, and make sure to tune back in.